Hello. We are live. How's everybody doing today? It is Thursday. I like to just kind of always claim the date because the week goes so fast. And to be honest, sometimes I lose track. This is Billable Hour Burnout. As always, I'm super pumped to be here. Let's talk about today's topic. It is Wellbeing Week in Law. That is a week truly this is a week, that is a week, whatever. We're in a week. I love this week. This first week of May, it's always the first full week of May, is Wellbeing Week in Law. And I'm going to say this right up front. You don't have to be a lawyer to enjoy today's live. You can be an accountant, you could be a consultant, you could be in financial services, you can be anyone and still benefit from this week. But first, let me introduce you to our program. Welcome to Billable Hour Burnout. If you're looking for tactical, helpful advice that actually helps you get the career of your dreams without the stress or the overwhelm, you are in the right place. If you want to have a life that you enjoy and actually cultivate that sense of happiness that you've spent decades building, you are in the right place. If you're finding yourself here today, it means you're looking for more work-life balance, more ease, more confidence, less stress, and better time management, and you are ready to make it happen without having to quit your job or burn down your life. My name is Lauren Baptiste. I'm your Big Four auditor turned life coach, and you're listening to Billable Hour Burnout. This is our weekly series. We show up every week. I show up here for you to share the best tools, tactics, techniques, strategies specifically catered to the modern attorney, accountant, or consultant. You ready? Let's go. Let's do this. Another good week happening. Welcome to Wellbeing Week in Law. So this is one week that I've had so much fun as I've learned this week. Maybe it's in its fourth or fifth year. I know it's young. I've been in it at least for 3 years. And as I've been knowing about this, I've been incredibly engaged with using this moment to bring awareness to well-being. Well-being is always, in professional environments, considered a second-class citizen to the incredible client-facing work that we prioritize. But I'm here to tell you that your well-being is just as important, if not more important, than all the other stuff. Because if you've heard the saying, without your health, your health is your wealth. And we want to make sure that you are feeling as good as possible so that you can be the best servant to your clients, so that you can support your teams that are growing, so that you can hit your revenue goals. But without your health, I will tell you, you don't have the business that you're looking for. So this is why I come in hard for Wellbeing Week in Law, because there's so much to share. So I love this week. Tulips are in full bloom. Cinco de Mayo just happened. What else is going on? What's going on in my world? It's been a busy week. I have 2 new clients that started yesterday. That's exciting. And I kicked off my 3-month program at the law firm that I've been mentioning. So we're doing a 3-month well-being program. We kicked off this week knowing that this would be the best week to kick off while energy is high. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's just a really good time to support attorneys in this time of what could be really stressful. Now, I know there's some of you out there being like, oh, my stress is lessening because I'm getting more vitamin D. I'm getting outside more. But what I also hear from a lot of you is that stress is just as high, if not higher this time of year. Logisticking what you're going to do this summer with your kids, figuring out how I'm going to take vacation and still get my workload done. It can still be more stressful. And so I am going to be here all year round sharing these topics and these concepts with you. Let's jump into today's client success story. This one comes from Alex, a tax attorney that I worked with. She shared in a recent testimonial, it's hard enough navigating a corporate environment. And if you're a leader, all eyes are on you, especially as a woman. This environment perpetuates a cycle. Whereas women, we push ourselves for recognition and forget to take care of our emotional, mental, and physical health. Burnout is real, and many of us are either on the brink of it or are actually experiencing it. When I began our new role, Lauren helped me feel comfortable setting boundaries for the first time. I was truly able to feel like I can achieve work-life balance. She taught me that I could be successful and advance in my career and still enjoy my life and not like I feel like I have to pick one or the other. Lauren is patient, kind, a great listener, and she gives you tough love when you need it. Absolutely true. Thank you, Alex. Working with you has been incredible. And it's just fun to share an attorney testimonial in today's especially attorney focused week. But that being said, let's jump into Wellbeing Week in Law. It can be basic for some of you have heard of it, but I always like to put my own spin on it. So I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I'm going to tell you how I do it, how I'm going to do Wellbeing Week in Law, and how I am encouraging you to do Wellbeing Week in Law. But if you haven't heard of it before, let me tell you, Wellbeing Week in Law has come to be to raise awareness about mental health and encourage action and innovation across the profession in law all year round to promote well-being. So they're picking this week, but we're still encouraging the other 51 weeks to take action on your well-being. This is just one of those good weeks. I think maybe they picked this week because the weather's turning and people are feeling more excited about this time of year. And so maybe they just picked it as a good week, but it's not just for this week, it's about all year long. Now, why does this matter to attorneys? But more also importantly, why does this matter to accountants and consultants? Well, when I look at the rates of depression, suicide, alcoholism, there's the national average, and then there's us. And that being said, we need to be more aware of the stats. I put out a post on Monday that was talking about rates of depression, rates of I don't think I'm good enough, rates of stress and burnout are higher than the average, 2 and 3x more. That being said, we have to do something about that. That's my mission. I'm here to do something about that. So if nothing else, I'm here to encourage you to take one small action today to do something about that. Now, Wellbeing Week in Law has broken up the way that they're doing it. They're breaking up each day as a special theme. So they talked about Monday about being stay strong, Tuesday align, Wednesday engage and grow, Thursday connect, Friday feel well. These are all well and good. And so because I like to put my spin on it, I also understand that anyone who's listening to this, it doesn't have a lot of time. This is why I keep the episodes shorter. This is why I'm here to give you the essence when I do the research of like, what's going on? How do I bring it to you simply? So if we're talking about you making a commitment of 15 minutes a day, I always say to any of my clients, 15 minutes a day, if you're not willing to give that, that means this isn't important enough to you. But 15 minutes a day should be really doable. We spend 15 minutes a day scrolling on our phones. We spend 15 minutes a day doing a lot of things. If we can use that 15 minutes and put it towards something for our well-being, we're going to feel much better. So here are my recommendations for things you can do that are 15 minutes long that hit each of the buckets in the WWIL format. So let's go into it day by day, but I want you to think about like which applies to you. I don't really care if it's Thursday and you do a Monday thing. It doesn't matter if you jump ahead and do Friday's thing. I want you to focus on the thing that's going to inspire you to take the action because that's really what matters. So Monday is their stay strong day. So this is more about physical health. In 15 minutes, you could do a walking meeting with your colleagues, right? Catching up with one of your mentors or mentees, counselors, depending on where you work. But it could be a great opportunity to talk to somebody and catch up and grab a virtual coffee, but be on the go and encourage both of you. Hey, let's take this outside. So go for a walk. A walking meeting is even better. Okay, a 15-minute bike ride, right? We don't have to do the 60-minute high intensity workouts to feel the impact. Actually, most of us that are on the verge of burnout can move into adrenal fatigue if we're not too careful. So we want to say, what's short and sweet? 15-minute bike ride. We could do a short weights workout. There's a lot we can do, but I'm going to keep these concise of just getting you thinking, what's something you can do that's going to help you stay strong physically. I like the idea of weight workouts because it helps with bone strength. And yeah, I just love that. So That's Monday. Tuesday, align. Some of you know I have a background in Ayurveda. In Ayurveda, alignment is full health when it's alignment of mind, body, soul, and the five senses. I'll talk about that more on a future episode. But the five senses: hearing, sight, taste, touch, and smell. So if we're thinking of alignment, how do I find alignment with myself? I can do breath work. There's one technique I like to encourage when I work with my clients, really easy. It's the box breath. Inhale for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds, hold at the bottom, empty for 5 seconds, and repeat. Now, 15 minutes of box breathing is a lot. That's a lot, especially for someone who doesn't do a lot of breath work. I would invite you to set your timer for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, right? You could do it 3 minutes, 5 times throughout the day. You could do 5 minutes, 3 times throughout the day. You can easily hit 15 minutes. If you're someone who takes public transportation, you can do your box breathing while you're in commute. You can do it that 3 minutes before everyone actually joins a meeting on Zoom or on Teams when you're waiting. You can keep yourself on mute and you can keep your video off and you could just say, okay, I'm going to breathe for 3 minutes. I'm going to do that 5 times. And believe it or not, you'll get your breath work in. You could also do a guided meditation. This is why I love the socials, right? Socials can be too much for some of us, but on YouTube, you can type in 15-minute guided meditation. You will find something. So I love that. If you're thinking alignment is meditation, more calm. Alignment can also be, right, if we're thinking of connection of mind, body, soul, senses, one thing you can do is journal. It might help you connect with how you're feeling today, how you want to feel, things that are coming up. You can do an evaluation, right? It's just going to help you align. So we can keep this really simple. Wednesday. On Wednesday, they call it engage and grow. Now, when I hear this, I'm thinking about what's some social, like let's bring in some of the social fun stuff. So this is where I put a virtual coffee. Now, before I said a walking meeting, this could be a virtual coffee. Maybe you check check 2 boxes off as you're doing it. So virtual coffee is one, engage and grow. This one is a little different. I want you to visualize yourself at your next level, your next promotion, your next job, your next step, the next version of you that doesn't burn out so hard after a busy season. That's not completely flat out after a deposition. Right? I want you to visualize yourself at the next level. And what I love about this one is there's a statistic that says if you can visualize yourself at that next level in the morning and at night for 17 seconds, 17 seconds, you are more likely to get there. Your rates of getting there, your odds of getting there are way higher than someone who doesn't visualize at all. I can go into other studies about visualization and the power of thought, but for now, I'm just going to say 17 seconds, go for it. Visualize yourself. Visualize your setting as you get out of bed and what your linen count is and what you see out your window. Like visualize yourself at your next level. I was talking to a client earlier in law and we were like, let's talk about your $1 million self. What does she look like? How does she show up? So the more you can start to feel into her, the more likely you will become her. So I love that. So we can visualize, and that one won't even take 15 minutes. It's actually less than 1 minute a day. And the other thing that I wanted to put in here for engage and grow is to lean into the hard things, the things that you've been avoiding. We all know those things. There might be that project that we know will grow us, but it feels hard to start. The thing that's going to allow us to learn a new skill set, but for whatever reason, we keep kicking the can on it. Leaning into the hard things is deciding I'm not going to procrastinate today. I'm actually going to get the job done so I don't prolong my future self. We're going to be talking about procrastination next week. So that being said, I'll leave that there. But I want you to lean into the hard things. What I love about this is that this doesn't take more time. This actually is already encompassed in the time that you have to do the things. And when you take action on it now, you don't waste the time of spinning on it, procrastinating on it for later. So leaning into the hard things will absolutely help you engage and grow. And then because the socials are fun, you can even engage by spending a little bit more time on LinkedIn. This could be, again, another 5-minute activity. Go in, throw up a post, retweet someone or reshare someone else's post that you like or an article that you like, and then share your thoughts. That could be quick. And then you can even engage on other people's content. I'm always surprised how friendly and receptive and fun it can be on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is now like the new Instagram. So spend some time here if you're not here. If you're watching this on Instagram, I'm there right now on LinkedIn. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, give me a little heart or a like, or so that I know that you came, or even put hashtag replay in the comments wherever you're seeing this. Okay, Thursday. Thursday is all about connection. So today is Thursday. So for me, I get to engage in my well-being by being here with you. I get to connect with you. And so I invite you to connect back with me. So it kind of ties in. You notice how when we do one thing in the well-being space, it can have a ripple effect into the others. That's the win-win we get by doing this. So connecting can be simple. Let's reach out to a colleague and let them know that they did a good job recently on XYZ project. Let's call a friend on our commute over to the office and just catch up and laugh, right? It's so fun to like call someone and just like laugh a little before you start your day. Connection can be in person, right? You can connect with your neighbors. You can even connect with the person who maybe makes your coffee each morning. Connect, connect, connect. When we connect, well, let me take a step back. In the study I shared a couple weeks ago that it came out, loneliness was a contributing factor to burnout. So the more we can connect and make human connection, even if it's virtual, it still helps us feel better. So that's why today, Thursday, is a connection day. And let's wrap it up with Friday. Friday is their feel well day. Feel well. I like to think of this as like your bonus day. Do the thing that makes you feel best. Feel best day. I like that. What's going to make you feel your best? Is it going to be going for a run? Is it going to be a gratitude practice? Is it going to be drinking more water? Is it going to be taking a moment to honor your feelings? If they're not happy, they could be stressed, angry, unappreciated, disappointed, right? Take a moment to honor your feelings. And then you can ask yourself, what habit, what healthy habit would make me feel good today? What healthy habit can I do in 15 minutes? And do a little bit of that. So as we wrap up the week, the encouragement isn't to do it perfectly. It's to do something. And I know when we think of a week like this, we can be in day 3 and already be like, well, I didn't do day 1. It's over. It's not over, because well-being is a lifelong practice. This week is highlighting awareness and inviting encouragement, but by no means is it, if you don't do it this week, try again next week, next year. Absolutely not. Take time today to decide, when am I going to fit 15 minutes in today? And while you're at it, figure out when you're going to do 15 minutes tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. What I love about these well-being tasks is that they're usually things we enjoy doing. They're usually things that we want to make time for, but we just don't give ourselves permission to make that time. This week, you have extra permission, especially those that are attorneys, right? You could say, I'm practicing well-being week in law. But if you are in an accounting profession or consulting, you could say, you know what? I'm practicing well-being week in law, and I'm going to take 15 minutes for me. That's all it takes. When you take these small steps and apply them cumulatively, you will feel better, guaranteed. All right. We are in the Thursday of Wellbeing Week in Law. You now know what you need to do. Make it simple, make it easy, make it fun, make it healthy and well. You can do that so easily. Now, if you want other ideas, other tips, other tricks, I'm going to invite you to join my newsletter. You can do that by going to my website, www.achelowawellness.com, ACHELOA wellness.com, or you could DM me. Comment where you're seeing this. You can DM me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, in all the places. You can even comment on YouTube, and I will see that as well. So if you're watching this, I invite you to take that next step and join my newsletter. It is where you get the most consistent information. You hear everything first. You get sneak sneak peeks. And yeah, you're the first to know everything. I love sharing my newsletter. I feel like it's my secret VIP club. So I invite you to join me to my VIP club, and you get all the goodies that are part of that. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm seeing some nice comments in the chat. Thank you for your sweet words. I'm happy that you're here for Wellbeing Week in Law. Thanks for joining. All right, everybody, as we are coming to the end of today, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I hope this conversation, if nothing else, inspires you to take a 15-minute break, take a 15-minute lunch, turn off your computer. Not quite yet. But before you do, I want you to stay engaged with me. You can find me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, or wherever you hang. I want to continue to hear what resonates for you, what you like, what you want to hear more of. I do this every week for you. This is for you. Next week, I'm excited to share a process around procrastination that you're going to want to join me for. And the best way to know is to follow along. You can follow me on all the socials, like I offered, join my newsletter, and let's stay in touch. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to learn more about me, Lauren Baptiste, about my coaching program, Freedom, or about my business, Actionable Wellness, and how I support clients or those in the law firms or attorneys one-on-one, visit my website, www.aclowellness.com. All right, everybody, wishing you the best Thursday. Make this Wellbeing Week in Law count, regardless of what profession you're in. All right, deal? Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.